can you talk about like relationship patterns and like people that they want better, but they keep attracting like the same type of people? Why is that?
Yeah, so a lot of times, like for people specifically who've experienced trauma, if you've experienced a certain pattern, it feels familiar to you. So when you come across it, it's not, the red flag isn't as blaring as it would be if you never experienced it before. So if you grew up in a household with like a mom who was like really verbally aggressive or like really anxious, or you witnessed domestic violence, all of those things, while logically you know that they're problematic, they feel normal. So when you experience that shit, it's like, I can deal with this because I've dealt with it before.
It don't seem that bad.
Yeah. So you're not necessarily choosing this thing. It just feels familiar.
Yeah.
So it's not your type, it's your pattern.
It's your pattern. You better cook. And how do you know if a motherfucker... No, motherfucker. How do you know if because some people, I mean, is there a such thing like, are you really just thrown off or do you just got trauma? Like, is there really a difference between it? Because some people, I just can't tell. Like, are you really just throw off or are you just severely traumatized?
It could be both.
It could be both.
It could be both. It's just so complicated. There's no like one answer for anything.
Yeah.
There are people that really are just, you know, they might have some type of like cognitive things that throw them off. And then there are some people who've experienced a lot of things in their childhood. And a lot of times when we think about trauma, we think about like something very big. Like we think about it's sexual abuse, it's physical abuse, but it's really anything that's changed the way that you've kind of like seen the world and seen yourself.
Yeah, and you know what? Saying like knowing your self-worth and understanding that, like, so my mom was like a social worker. I went to school for social work. I really
Come on,
think,
Junior.
I really think like, damn, I see the best in people, see people's potential, and I seen, and not to put my mom business out there, but like I seen it in her relationships. Like she could see potential in people, and like you're a grown ass woman, right? And I was with people that like I see potential in you, but I'm showing you the world. Like I know I'm about to be petty, but all right, I ain't gonna be petty. But basically, like girls that I know, I can easily show you how you could do better. You know what I'm saying? But then I started realizing like, you got, like, for me, I gotta stop seeing the potential in people and like be ready to date you at actually having like being good from when I met you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we try to see the potential in people and we think we can change them, and that's not our job to do.
Absolutely.
And I was falling victim to that every time. And I think some people get stuck in relationships just like, I know you could do better and stuff, but it's like if they're not dealing with their traumas and stuff, that ain't for you to do.
And people be delusional about their trauma. Like, I know people who need help and they just swear that they do not.
Yeah.
How do we just cut them off when they get to that level? Like, what is it?
So there's like multiple things here.
We in 2025.
One, like, with women of color, we're like, the way that we're taught to love is often through self-sacrifice, is that we show up for people no matter what. And after all the times, it's at a disadvantage to ourselves.
That's so true.
And family, everything.
No,
yeah,
for
absolutely.
Real. Family
and breaking that cycle, you have to recognize that, like, I can't save you. I can show up for you. I can support you, but I can't save you. You have to make a decision. And if the way that you're showing up is harmful to me, I can remove myself.
Ooh, that'd be so hard.
It's hard as fuck. It really is. I'm not saying you're not going to feel guilty, because you are. Yeah. You're going to feel guilty. Damn. But is it going to feel better to do things that you actually wanted to do versus what you felt like you had to do?
No, it's crazy because I just went through that, not to go into detail, all right? Yeah. But basically, I had to tell somebody, like, you can't use me to get you through these problems. I can help you. So you know how to handle it yourself moving forward. You know what I'm saying? But I can't be there every time because you played me before. And you know what? I love you. And I'm tired of feeling played by somebody I love. So I have to say no, but I'm not like just cutting it.
Yeah, those are boundaries.
I can help you.
Boundaries, hello?
I just folded today. I ain't gonna hold it down. I had to hold them down.
Let me say, give yourself grace.
It's so
because
hard.
you probably have more practice showing up for people than you do with setting boundaries. But those boundaries are so important. Like, I'm a good person because I'm a good person.
Yeah.
But there are going to be times when I'm like, no, I can't do that. And there are going to be times when I put limits on what I can do.
Yeah. But you got to, because you know what? Especially if it's people you love, they're at risk. They don't even know it, but they're at risk of fucking up y'all relationship forever. And me putting my boundaries there, low key, is maybe you're mad today, but it's saving us in long term.
Yeah.
This is very general, but I feel like people can relate.
It was something you said earlier that that made me think about like Nikki Giovanni, R.I.P., the poet. She was talking about how you know, if I love you, like I'm getting the worst of you. You're going out and you're seeing people that you don't have close relationships with, and I'm like obviously paraphrasing. And like you can be at work and you smiling, you can be here and you can be cordial, but then when you get home, I get the least of you because for me it's like, because you know the love is unconditional, you just treat me any kind of way. It's like you could smile in Jack's face, Billy Bob's face, but then when I see you, you got an attitude because you know I love you. But I want that too. Whatever energy that you were able to find to be able to like treat these people better, I want that shit too.
Nah, that's a fact.
Period.
As promised, we just dropped our new Patreon page, and you should subscribe now.
That's right. We already got people over there in our newer community waiting for you to join them as well to get all the new exclusive content from the No Homo Show.
Yes, and we got behind-the-scenes footage that you will not see on YouTube. We have ad-free episodes, no commercials at all, and so much more, y'all.
Yeah, you should sign up today. I'm talking about you might even come to our studio. We're doing
a lot.
guidance from the gay gods.
It's a whole community in there, and if you're not on there, like, what community?
Come on now, you a Gaby, right?
Come on
over to our Patreon.
Make sure you join us now at patreon.com/the No Homo Show.
Whole lot of gay shit. Whole lot of gay. I like that.
Boss Britt, we certified, and DJ eXeL.